and gentlemen, we're about to get started. At this time, I'd like to invite to the ring the president of the WBC. Please, everyone, put your hands together for Mauricio Sulaiman.
Good evening, everybody. It's another great night of boxing tonight here in Chicago, at the Cicero Stadium. We would like to begin this night with a special award for the attitude of excellency. We have a little kid who is sitting over there in the green shirt. Please come down. Angelo Hernandez, come over here. He had a great fight, and he lost that fight when the whole crowd thought he won, but he took it like a man. And he went down, and he understood, he applauded the decision, but he believes he won, and in the hearts of everybody you won, so we're giving you from the WBC this medal as a recognition. Your attitude is an example, and it motivates everybody. So we go out in life and be like you, like a champion, okay?
All right. Let's give it up one more time for Angelo Hernandez. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get started. First, I'd like to introduce our ringside judges. Robert Heckel, Moses Plomero, Haley Zale, Erwin Schiffman, and Bill Lurch. Our referee for their first bout, Joe Sanchez. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for showtime? Are we ready for showtime? But before we get started, I want to introduce our timekeeper, Ziggy Capasano, and our physician ringside Dr. Michael Ward. Let's give them all a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Are we ready for our first bout of the night, ladies and gentlemen? Let's make some noise. Our first bout of the evening is a 138-pound bout. Ladies and gentlemen, out of the red corner, please everyone put your hands together for Enrique Soriano. Out of the red corner, once again, let's give it up for Enrique Soriano.
138 pounds. Out of the red corner. When he gets here, you'll realize his name is Enrique Soriano. Here he comes.
And his opponent boxing out of the blue corner. Let's give it up for Jorge Kerez.
Jorge Kerez out of the blue corner. Whenever he shows up.
Jorge Kerez
And Soriano's circling
and
the ring
Enrico
impatiently.
Soriano.
Is this Soriano the dancer? He came doing a two-step up to the ring. No, that's Jorge Kerez. Looks like we're going to have a height differential here. finally, here comes Jorge Kerez. Out of the blue corner with the white trunks, the black jersey, versus Soriano in the red striped black jersey and trunks.
It's time for our first bout of the evening. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our first bout. Let's get busy.
One's cautious, the other's dancing.
Yeah, Johnny, these guys match up well at 138 pounds. One's a lefty and one's a righty. Red corner, Enrique, is the lefty, or the southpaw.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see if Perez can penetrate that size disadvantage he has there.
Yeah, Serrano has a nice rhythm, but the stance just seems a little bit wide.
Yeah.
With that back foot kind of back in the bucket a little bit. That kind of takes away from the range that you have with your power punch, which is his left hand.
And you're counter punching.
Hello, Mauricio. How are you? Good to see you. The El Presidente of the WBC, major sponsor here, just walked by and said hi to us. Mauricio Suleiman. Nice to see him. And very patient, both fighters here, knowing the tournament's closing down to the quarterfinals. Don't want to make a mistake and get undue points scored against them. Real cautious.
I don't think it's cautiousness as much as it's uncertainty. They're starting to warm up now into some action. There's a nice combination by both sides.
Yeah, Perez countered him nice there.
Looks like Perez is waiting for him. Hands up.
Yeah, he's got a height disadvantage here.
Yes.
And Enrique's trying to probe for that jab. So these fights are being brought to you by Occasion Crew. Available for your weddings, bar mitzvahs, special events. Providing all the filming and the audio as well. Ben Haran.
All those tries by Soriano went to nowhere. Perez opens up a little bit, charges against his taller opponent. Tries it again, but short on a body punch, which comes back with the left hand.
Jorge now picking it up a little bit. I'm not sure if Jorge switched to lefty or he came out as a righty, but
I think he came out as a righty.
Yeah, he did come out as a right-handed fighter, didn't he?
There's a nice left hand by Jorge.
He's switching a lot. That's what's going on. Now he's back to southpaw. He's having a little bit more effect with that southpaw stance against the lefty. Sometimes lefties aren't used to seeing a fellow lefty against them. Now he switched back to righty. So a lot of these young guys, Johnny, more modern amateurs, seem to switch quite a bit.
I think they're more sophisticated.
Educationally or skill set?
Both. Because your skills depend on your ability to adapt and adjust and improvise. But again, we have to remember, normally when you go to a Golden Gloves match, you know, a lot of times your fighter has 7 fights, 8 fights. These guys are not unusual at all to have over 100 fights. So we're seeing some sophistication here. All right, here they go for their last chance. Try to make some determination about the outcome of this bout. Both fighters reaching for air here as they try to reach their opponents. Perez attacks his charge. There's a counter by Perez, a left hand that looked impressive. As he follows up with a right hand.
Fight professor here with the famed Johnny Bellino. That's boxing by Johnny Bellino, who staged many a show fight for many years at some of the most famous night spots in Chicago. Right, Johnny?
Well, they were receptive to us. In fact, a guy came up to me at the weigh-in yesterday. He's had a fighter yesterday. He said, Johnny Bellino, remember when I fought for you at Faces nightclub 34 years ago?
Yeah, Faces was the jumping place.
Yeah.
Johnny, how's this shaping up here? These guys are starting to open up.
I don't know if they're starting to open up, but I don't know if their results are any different than they were before. Those combinations there by Perez looks good as he unleashes 5 or 6 rocket punches. Again, I don't know if they scored, but they look impressive to the judges.
Yeah, that was a shoeshine flurry. Both these guys are at the elite level, which means they probably have somewhere over 25 or 30 fights.
Yeah.
Very fast hands.
Yeah, they go to war.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring in the ring. This gentleman is a WBC World Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mikey Garcia.
Mikey Garcia, world champion.
Suleiman is the WBC president. He's in charge here. He's going to make sure our sponsors in the ring. Our sponsor for this particular bout, the Posada Restaurant. Let's give it up for them. Our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. As I wait for the official judges' scorecard, let's give our boxers a big round of applause. The official judges' scorecard. As our boxers approach center ring, let's give them both a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
All those good sharp pitchers are coming from Ben.
Junior Division 138-pound final. Our judges scores the bout 27-30. 3 of our judges scores the bout 28-29. And our winner, boxing out of the blue corner, Jorge
Perez, obvious winner of this race car match.